there, and welcome to my channel. My name is Crafty Kathy. I'm the owner and creator of Kids Vintage Farmhouse in beautiful Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I am so happy and thankful that you stopped in to craft and spend a little time with me today. The last few weeks, you guys have really been liking those Dollar Tree DIY hack videos, and what that means is where you take something like plates, that's your genre, and then you make different DIYs out of it or show different hacks that you can use it for that you may have never thought of before. But this week I'm going to do bakeware. I hope you like what I came up with. I didn't do too many because that's a tough genre to come up with some DIYs and hacks from. But anyways, without further ado, let's jump on in. For our very first DIY, you're going to need one of the Dollar Tree pizza pans. You can't do a bakeware video without a pizza pan. And then we're going to need one of the calendar pages, just whatever that you prefer. Here is a gorgeous one that came from one of the last year's calendar. But a few months ago, a lady gave me a whole bunch of these farmhouse calendars for free at one of the bin stores. And I absolutely love the one that they have in here for the fall. So I'm going to use that one. But the one from Dollar Tree would make a gorgeous DIY also. So now I'm just going to grab the one that I had already torn out of my calendar page, and I just need to cut it down to size. That part down at the bottom that says Farm to Fork is not going to fit on this. So I'm just going to cut it off, and we still have plenty of room to use the rest of the picture. The next thing that I do is lay my picture down, and I use my finger to kind of push down to make a guide of where to cut this at. Now, this is a different type of material. It's almost like a vinyl. It's not thin like the one from Dollar Tree, and it's a little bit tougher to get my grip. If you'll notice here in the upper right corner of mine, I've got a pretty decent sized spot that I messed up on, but it's okay because we're totally just going to cover that up anyway. On the back side of that calendar page, it has a couple of smaller pictures that also goes with the one that I cut out. So I'm just going to kind of fussy cut those right now, and we're going to use those here in just a minute. I took my pan outside and spray painted it with Rust-Oleum ×2 in flat white. And what I'm going to do is just use a glue stick for this. Now, the Elmer's glue stick is amazing, and it works just as good as regular glue if you ask me. And it's less of a mess, and you're not going to get any bubbles or wrinkles at all. So I just laid it down. I made sure to get it around the edges, and I placed my picture down where I wanted it. Then I took one of those little birds that I had cut off, and I really went around it and made sure that none of the background was showing at all. I got as close to the image as I could, put a little bit of my glue stick on it, and popped it right down on the side, and it looks like it was meant to be there. I'm going to take some of this jute cord that I get from Walmart. It's only around $4, and I've had this stuff for such a long time. It really goes a long way. And I'm going to go around right around the edge there where I pushed that picture into the side of the pizza pan. I'm going to go all the way around the pan doing this, using the hot glue all the way around also. Usually I just go kind of here and there. But with this cord, I feel like you need to put it all the way around to make sure that it stays exactly where you want it to. After that, I'm going to get the jute rope, and this is the same size as the one that comes from the Dollar Tree. I just got this off of Amazon because it was much cheaper, and I'm just going to go around that outer portion, you know, on that top lip, and I'm going to do the same thing all the way around the pan. If you're enjoying the video so far, I'd like to ask you to hit the thumbs up button, that's the like button, because it really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. It helps them to know that you like my content, and it pushes me out there to people who have never seen my videos before. And I would greatly appreciate if you would do that for me. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, we got your spot waiting on you, honey. All you got to do is hit that little red button and you're in our family. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this jute cord that's the exact same size as the one I used on the outer lip there, like the size that you get from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to start off just right between those two that I've already put down and go all the way around. That would also look good if you wanted to paint it, but I'm too messy and I knew that I would get that all over the sides of my rope and then just have to tear it off and start all over again. I found this ribbon the other day at Hobby Lobby for just $1.24, and it doesn't have wire in it, which I usually like to use wired ribbons, but I wanted like a wispy type ribbon on this that's just kind of, you know, not really drawing attention to itself. And I thought that this matched the colors beautifully. So what I did was just kind of like a cause bow, and I just pulled it together in the middle and tied it with that jute cord. And I'm just going to place it right over the area where we started off our rope. That way it covers up any imperfections perfectly. Then I'm just going to cut my ribbons kind of slanted because I didn't want to fool with doing like a dovetail. I thought that it would actually look better slanted like that. And then I'm going to take some of these cute little corn pieces. I found these at a yard sale this past weekend for 50 cents for the entire bag. And a couple of them had Hobby Lobby tags on them, so I know that's where they came from. This one is kind of messed up on one side, so that's the side where I put the glue, and the other side is what's going to be showing. Then I took a second little cornlet, and I am just going to place that right over the top of my ribbon. I think these just add such a cute little flair to this. Then I'm going to grab some of my fall florals, and I chose this beautiful cream-colored mum that came from the Dollar Tree, of course, and I'm just going to cut the stem down in the back, put some hot glue on it, and put it right in between those two little pieces of corn. Then on Amazon last year, I had purchased this orange colored eucalyptus, and it goes perfect with these colors. So I pulled off two of the leaves, and I'm going to place them right behind that mum. Then I just grabbed a random tag and I cut it into two pieces. We're going to make a hanger for the back. And the way that I'm going to do that is just put down my cord, my jute cord, and then I'm going to put that piece of cardboard right over the top of it, so it's going to make it pretty sturdy. I hope you like this one.
Well, I want to take a ride in the wheelbarrow in your mind. Take me all around to the thinking places where you spend your time. Ain't no place I'd rather go. You're a funny little critter and I love you so, man. I want to take a ride in the wheelbarrow in your mind. I come and sit down with me in a rocking chair. Coffee pot is nice and hot. We can sit in our underwear. Tell me about the dreams you had last week, swimming all around with the fish in the sea. Come and sit down with me in a rocking chair.
All of these are going to be easy, but DIY number 2 is very easy and very quick. We're going to use one of the cake pans and some half beads. And it really doesn't matter what size half beads you use. And then we're going to need something that's going to raise this up, such as a candlestick or even some of those old Bath and Body candles. Just make use out of those. Lord knows we've got 1,000 of those laying around. And then here's just a random salt shaker that I got from the thrift store that could be used. But I chose this small vase that I got from the thrift store. Now the first thing that I did is just took some of my beads and just kind of dumped them out into my cake pan. I'm going to use the Fix-All adhesive, which of course comes from the Dollar Tree. And then you're going to put your first bead down. And I just eyeballed it, but I kind of went in the middle there of my cake pan, or halfway up the side of it, you see. And then I would flip it over and go to the exact opposite side. That way I would kind of know exactly how many of these I had. So I started off with those 4. And then with that, I just added one beside the one and then one beside the other. And I just, like I said, I eyeballed it, but I put them all just about the same distance. And after that first 4 that I put down, I put 2 more down in between them, which gave me a total of 16 beads going around this. And you don't have to worry about being exact or precise or having them all exactly in the same spot. It's not going to be noticeable at all when you're finished. Then I took my base and I put the Fix-All adhesive down in like 4 spots and then the hot glue in the places where there was no Fix-All. I flipped my pan upside down and placed my vase right into the center to the best that I could tell. And I wanted to show you the spray paint that I'm going to be using in the clear coat. Now, the satin Rust-Oleum 2x is in a color called moss green. I'm going to use that throughout this video, and I wanted you to see what the can looked like. And then the other thing that I'm going to use is this matte clear. It's also by Rust-Oleum 2x. It's my favorite spray paint to use. And this is how I styled it after the spray paint was all done.
She thinks I'm a little lazy. I think she's a little crazy. We like summer and we like spring, watching wrestling in the ring. She ain't shy, she speaks her mind, tough as nails and smooth as wine. We burn hot as kerosene, baby, we got our own thing. She ain't skinny and I ain't tall, and that don't bother us at all. I run naked through the yard, she flash every police car, drinking wine and getting tired, shooting out the damn street lights. How does she put up with me? Oh, baby, we got our own thing. We got our own thing. We don't need no rain. We ain't rich, but son of a, we're a hillbilly king and queen. Life don't seem so hard with you beneath the stars, 'cause we're growing.
I wanted to take just a moment to share with you these gorgeous rocking chairs that I got from a company called Yafu. They sent me an email and asked me would I like to pick one of their chairs. Well, I actually fell in love with their rocking chairs. They sell all types of Adirondack chairs, and I have never seen an Adirondack rocking chair before this one. Now, not only are these chairs ergonomical, sturdy, and weatherproof, they're not real wood. They're made from a weatherproof material that will stand the test of time, but they are gorgeous. And my husband kept saying as he was putting these together, I have never put something together that was so easy. Everything was laid out for us with A, B, C, and D. It was labeled so easily, and it didn't even have to give you wording for instructions. It was literally pictures, and anybody could put this together. My 5-year-old grandson could put these together. Well, maybe not, but these are so gorgeous, guys. I picked the color black because it matched the aesthetic of my house. From what I can remember, there's about 7 to 10 different colors in these chairs. But my favorite thing about them is that they're weatherproof. So I know they're going to be around for a long, long time. I'm going to leave the information down in the description box just in case you want to go and check them out. As you may know, every house in the South has rocking chairs on the front porch, but mine has Adirondack rocking chairs on the front porch. And since it's not made out of wood, I'm not going to be plucking splinters out of my behind. Just go check them out, and you'll see why I love mine so much. Thank you, Yafu. Now let's get back into the DIYs. Here we go into number 3. On this one, we're going to use the Dollar Tree's brownie pan. Of course, it's much smaller than the traditional brownie pan, but it's perfect for what I'm going to use it for. I took it outside and I spray painted it with that color called Moss Green by Rust-Oleum, And look how pretty this turned out. I love this color moss green for the fall because I think it's a nice green color for the fall. And it's going to look so good when I change up all my decor. Now, I'm like a lot of you guys. I am still hanging on to every second of the summer that I can. But when I do have to change up my decor, this is going to be perfect. I got this rub and buff in the mail today. I've waited so long to try this stuff, but I wanted to try it, and I finally got it, and I was like, I've got to use this right away. Now, like I said, it literally came in the mail today, and so I'm going to try it out on this one. I've got the color called Antique Gold, and I've always heard that a little goes a long way when you're using rub and buff. And what I wanted to do is just kind of outline, I guess you would say, this pan. And so I just put it on my finger and I'm going to apply it all over the edges of my pan. And since all of their pans are magnetic, that's what I'm going to use this for. I don't like sticking magnets right on my refrigerator because the type of material that it is, it just gets scratched so easily. So I'd rather just stick it on this pan and put it on the side that doesn't have the stainless steel, and that way I'm not going to be worried about it getting scratched up. I put one of my favorite magnets right in the middle, which is Gone with the Wind. You could imagine that I love Scarlet very much. And then I put a couple of pictures of like my son and his wife on there. And of course a picture of my grandbaby. And I thought that I was going to be able to set up some of my Bath and Body hand sanitizers in there. But that didn't work because when I hung it on the wall, they fell right out. I even throwed on one of my Crafty Kathy business cards on there. You know, anything that you can think of to stick on there is a good idea, as long as it's magnetic. I'm even going to use like one of our little round lights, the little puck light type things. That way, if the power goes out, I can always get over to the refrigerator and get that light off of there. Now, you can tell by looking at me that they ain't nothing stops me from getting to the refrigerator. I hope you like this one.
Tick-tock, the clock keeps ticking. I don't know what I should do, and I wish you would be right here with me. My mind is filled with pictures of when we used to dance, but now I don't know where you are. I miss you so bad, won't you come back to me? I've got you in my head, you're all that I see. I've lost all my chances, I know that I am too late. I'm thinking of you, I'm thinking of you, I'm thinking of you.
I had to show off this necklace. One of my subscribers, Miss Kristen, sent this to me, and she is so sweet. It's got my sweet little Sabby on it. Now, she has a channel that you guys need to go check out, and it's Gus and Finny. She has two little Boston Terriers that are spoiled rotten, and they are so cute. I'll leave their handle down in the description box so you can check them out. Now, don't you forget to go down and hit that subscribe button, and there's a bell beside it. When you click that bell, you can push the word all, and YouTube will let you know every time I put out a video. And please don't forget to go down and hit that like button. It helps me out more than you will ever know. Since it's the summer, my videos are every Monday and Thursday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. I hope to see you there. And once again, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I think that you'll like this next one because it has similar content. Just click on the video and it'll take you right there. So I'll see you in the next one, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. I love you and God bless you.